Clone review. What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and today it is time to unbox the long-awaited, the most requested action figure bootleg KO. Let's see, what else can we call this? AliExpress special. $10, you saw it on eBay and you were like, hey, is that the real thing? And then you find out it is not. No, this is a knockoff, a bootleg, whatever you want to call it. This is a fake. This is not the real deal of the Mafex Spider-Man comic version. That's right, what we have here is a $15 figure, where the real one costs $100 to $150 as of right now. I know the real one's going to be getting a re-release, so this may be your only chance to get one for a decent price. But when the real re-release does come out, he'll be around 80 bucks. So like I said, this guy's $10 to $15. So we're gonna find out if it's worth it. Also, special thanks to my fellow subscriber Kevin Bircher, who let me borrow the real deal, and we're gonna do a comparison to see if it's close to the real thing. So enough of me talking, let's get this guy open. Let's get this clone review going. As you can see, the box is just completely destroyed. Oh my goodness, my soul hurts whenever I see one of these just destroyed. And they just, you know what, that's what I really hate about AliExpress, is that they just do not care about the packaging. They stick it in, like, not a box, they cover it in, like, plastic, and then they put it in a bubble wrap. Like, they just wrap it in really bad, and oh my goodness, I just hate the way these clones are. Oh my gosh. And then they tape it, and my soul, I hate this. Alright guys, let's look at this figure. Everyone's been waiting, everyone's been asking me to review this, and we're gonna see if it's worth your money. So let's play around with this figure. So far, the paint and detail is nowhere near the real deal. And I'm going to point out a few things right here. Let's just look real close right here. We got terrible paintwork on the abs here. The shading is way too much here on the collar. And let's see, let's look back here, and we also have a bunch of like little nudges and just crap work here. So, but the real question is, honestly, I can pass all those, but the real question is this a loose mess? So we're going to zoom out, and we're going to show you. No, it is not. It is really tight. In fact, let's look at the real one here. As you can see, the real one has a looser midsection. This one's super tight, which is kind of welcome. Okay. So, ooh, I can see something wrong. Do you guys see it? I can see it. Let me show you exactly what's wrong with this figure when it comes to the fake. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. The scale is off. Completely off. Oh, man. So if you guys have a 1/12 scale, like everything, and you say, hey, let's see if that fake Spider-Man will fit in your collection, and the answer to that is no, he is definitely smaller. But you know what? This can honestly pass as like a teenager Spider-Man rather than this adult Spider-Man. So, man, that's kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping he would be in the same scale. I was wondering if I could honestly put this with my collection, but because I'm a stickler for scale, this one sadly will not be, because I already have a teenage Spider-Man, which is the MCU Spider-Man here. As you can see, they're kind of the same size. It's just a little bit bigger when it comes to the scale there. Wow, that's so unfortunate. The scale is completely off. That means all the parts are scaled down, including the body. You can even see that the body. Let's look close here, just so I can show you what I mean. You can tell that the torso is shorter on the fake right here. Let's see if we can get that to focus better. Yeah, so the fake has a much smaller torso. It's not as long. And this one is, you know, as it should be. This is the real one. And also the chest area on the real one is wider. It's more muscular, and this one, it just looks kind of weird. So, oh man, that sucks. I was honestly hoping this would be a 1-to-1 scale with a real deal, but it is not. That means they probably took the real one and they scaled it down, or they just messed up with the molds on the fake. Oh man, that sucks. That really sucks. But Nonetheless, it's not an awful figure. In fact, I'm messing around with it. Let's just mess around with this figure. Let's see if he can break or anything like that. Anything loose? No. This guy actually is not an awful Spider-Man figure for 10 to 15 bucks. It is not the Mafex Spider-Man, but it is not a bad Spider-Man figure. In fact, even the joints in the crotch there are the same thing as the real one, as you can see there. Let's look at their crotches. Oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this. As you can see there, they're exactly the same, so that means you're getting the same articulation points and the same range of motion. Also, here's another couple of things that I noticed here. Let's look at the shoulders. The fake has these exposed shoulder joints, and they're really shiny, and they just look off. And when you look at the real one, it looks like really nice. Like the shoulder joints are matching in terms of paint and detail, and it melds into the actual figure, where this one, it's just so obvious that these are here. So those are incorrect joints as well. Let's check other joints here. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. If you look on the fake, let's see if we can shine some more light here. So if you look on the fake, you'll notice that this is a glossy paint job right here. In fact, it's really messy. This is not good paint work at all. Where if you look at the real one, you don't have that at all. This is like perfect paint right here all the way through. Beautiful matte finish on the real one. But this one just has a mix mash of everything. But like I said, if this thing isn't falling apart in my hands, it's actually not a bad clone figure, but not exactly, like I said before, not exactly the Mafex Spider-Man. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go through articulation and scale. We kind of went through scale already, but we're going to stand him up against other action figures. So here he is, the clone, and he's standing at 5 3/4, whereas the real one should be standing at about 6 inches. Let's see how he stands. And then we'll get the ruler out, so I'll just show you. So there you have it, the fake and the clone. And the real one is 6 inches like I thought. And also just by looking at them, you could just tell the fake is just smaller. Oh man, that really sucks. But like I said, looking for a teenage Peter Parker or Spider-Man, this one might suit your collection. So let's put him up against the MCU Spider-Man, Tom Holland. And also we have a Toy Biz Spider-Man here, which is based off the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. As you can see, he does scale decently well. So that's all my Spider-Man I have there. Let's get them out of the way and let's look at Marvel Legends. We have Marvel Legends Captain America from Avengers Endgame. And if you're wondering if SH Figure Arts will work, here's an SH Figure Arts Real Deal Iron Man, which is also, I like to call this one the Vanilla Coke Iron Man. As you can see, this is not awful. So they do scale. Not bad. So this one will scale with an SH Figure Arts. Whereas the real one, yeah, okay, it scales too, because adult Peter Parker is taller, or not taller than Iron Man, but taller than his teenage self, obviously. And of course, we have Thanos. Let me put him together. As you can see, that is a huge Thanos Build-A-Figure, and we're going to see how the clone stacks up. As you can see, really small in comparison. And sure, why not? We have an SH Figure Arts Ultimate Gohan. So I guess it works with most SH Figure Arts, Marvel Legends, and whatnot. It's just unfortunate that he's not the real deal. But let's look at articulation. So we have one up here at the toe, just like the original. We have an up and down there at the ankle. We don't get a shin swivel like the original. We do get a double jointed knee. Got the ball joint there at the crotch. We get two here in the midsection. Not as much of an ab crunch like the original. Let's see if we can get the original to do a solid ab crunch. So as you can see, that's a really nice ab crunch there. It just seems like this joint up here is just way too tight, so it won't do the proper ab crunch, which is kind of unfortunate because you want this guy to be as flexible as possible. And without that ab crunch, you can't really do all the super flexible moves that Spider-Man does. So that's unfortunate too. Oh man. So let's look here. We do have the butterfly joints. Can he hug himself just like the original? And yes, he can. He can hug himself because he loves himself. And we get a bicep swivel there, double jointed elbow, ball and peg combo there at the hand. And we get 2 at the neck, looking to be well above 20 points of articulation. Super articulated, not bad at all. All right, now let's look at the accessories here. So I didn't take out the accessories of the original because, like I said, that figure is not mine. So I only took out the heads. So let's do a comparison with the heads here. Let's look at the Peter Parker face on the fake. And let's look at the real deal. So as you can see, the scale is indeed off, just like it should be. Well, I'm kind of glad it's this way, because the scale, if the scale on the real one goes on the smaller one, it would just look so weird. Anyway, so we might do a quick swap a little bit later, but let's take a look at the details here. So as you can see, like I said before, the scale is not the same. The fake has terrible paintwork. As you can see, the just the scalp in general just looks really bad, really hazy. Where this one, obviously, you pay more, quality control is better, the paintwork is much better. So the fake, not so good. It looks like he's just doing like an awkward smirk right there on the fake. Yeah, there's also like some white paint there. I don't know why they decided to give him some like salt and pepper there. That's just weird. Yeah, the paintwork, not so good, but again, it's a clone. It's $10 to $15. It's not awful, but of course, compared to the real one, it does not compare. So let's move on. Let's see what else we got going on here. We'll put the heads on in just a bit. And here is the fake, like squinty eye Spider-Man head. And here's the real one. Again, scale is such a thing here. Much smaller head, paint and detail not as good. Much darker red too. Actually, and I should have said that in the beginning of the video. I noticed that the fake is much darker in terms of the red color. So let's put this on the fake. Here's the fake. Let's put these heads on. Let's see how he looks. Let's see if these fit well. And that's not too bad. That's not awful. Yeah, that's not awful at all. It's not horrible. It's just okay. But for $10 to $15, not a bad Spider-Man figure. But that's not my final conclusion, because I'm going to come up with a conclusion at the very end of the video, because you never know what's going to happen. All right, so let's pull this head off. Please don't break. Please don't break. Okay, that's not going to happen. It didn't break, but the peg is stuck in the head, so I can't remove it. Oh man, look at this awful paintwork. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't want to force that out because I don't want to ruin another figure. Goodness, oh my gosh, the soul crushing is real. Let's see right here. So we do have the magnetic feet. We will see how this works, and hopefully it'll be nice. Hopefully it's magnetized. Oh man, that is an extremely tight fit, much like the original. It does not look that good. Ooh, that looks awful. You know, I guess as long as it works, right? Right? Oh, that's what I keep telling myself. All right, so let's move on. Oh man. Okay, so they're not awful. The real one was difficult to put in the magnetic feet. And let's see if we can get the magnetic hands on. That came off real easy. Let's see here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. And let's get the other magnetic hand. Okay, so we got the magnets on. I will be right back, and I will take a picture of this guy on my fridge. Let's see how well these magnets hold. Just stand by. Okay, guys, so here we are. As you can see right here is a picture of this guy on a fridge, and the magnets work, to my surprise. Wow, okay, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Okay. So last thing I kind of want to look at is the stand. Actually, no, we'll look at the stand later. Here's all the extra hands. They all do come out really easy. These hands come out real easy. unlike some clones, which is really difficult, and then the peg breaks. So my recommendation for any clone is that find hands that you like, get some hot water, dip those hands in hot water, put them in, leave it. That's it. Because you don't want these to break or you're going to have to buy another one. So we'll do all the accessories at the end of the video, as I usually do, and we will come up with a conclusion right now. Is this guy worth $10 to $15? Yes. Wow. I haven't said yes to a clone in a very long time. Oh, man. I have not. This is really refreshing. I've just, honestly, these clones are just, they're eating away at me because I can never seem to find or get a good one, and I just end up trashing them or giving them out to people who just want parts. This guy can't be used as parts for the real one. I think everything's scaled down. Maybe the joints can, but those joints are just really awful looking. He's not a bad Spider-Man figure. If you were hoping for a 1-to-1 scale or 1-to-1 comparison with the real one here, no, you're not getting that. No, not at all. But what you are getting is a very decent, articulated Spider-Man, which honestly I think might be worth a look. If you don't mind scale, then by all means, this guy is not a bad buy, and that's my opinion. You can do whatever you want. You could spend your money on whatever you want. It's not my choice, but if it were my choice, I wouldn't mind this. But I'll tell you what, I'm still going to be getting the real one because I absolutely love this beautiful masterpiece of an action figure. Anyway, guys, that is my assessment of the bootleg Mafex Spider-Man comic edition or comic version. Thanks for watching, and if you're looking for real action figures that are 100% authentic, you can go visit my toy store at www.dstartoys.com. We have awesome action figures at an excellent price. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.